I'm talking about a girl who is smart, intuitive, and she's beautiful. She usually ends up with what I believe a man that's beneath her standards, but financially meets those standards, right? So he can treat her right because he can afford it. So then she meets somebody who is what she actually wants. I want the good looking person. I want the person that's better than my husband. I don't think women cheat down. Men will cheat down. Women
Uh,
women cheat up in some areas. like
unless they're athletes or entertainment wives, because if they're always on the road, the ones that are usually on the road or like have out of town games or whatever the case may be, they get busy.
they get busy because they know their man is getting busy. They're cheating
Yeah.
for
So I mean,
for equality, right? I think that's different,
yeah.
But I'm talking about the ones that are actually like, have a good guy at home. And you see it happen all the time. It's like, well, damn, you know, you're willing to risk your whole relationship and your living situation for me. And it's not a thing that men are, the side niggas aren't simping, right? The side niggas are rarely ever simping. The side niggas have more control over the main nigga. That's what it is. I could tell her, like, yo, figure it out. I don't care. I want to see you tonight. She gonna figure out 17,000 lies and different ways to see you that moment.
If you introduce me to your man or your husband, and like you still giving me play, and like he's right there, I automatically know you're dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that you settled; it was that you just real good at that situation that he doesn't know.
Some men be oblivious too.
Yeah.
Some men really think they really got their girls, and
Got the
they don't
best
have
girl.
they don't no, not the best, no, not the best girl. They think they have their girl, and they don't got him by a long shot. She's somewhere off the fishing line, just floating, right? Like, but he's in the vicinity, so he thinks, oh, okay, she's mine. Nah, she's already gone, and you can't even see it. Like what Rome said, like there's been situations where I've a woman has introduced me to her man, and I'm looking at her eyes and I look in his eyes. I'm like, oh, you don't even know. You have zero clue. And I'm looking at her eyes and she's like, I'm a savage. And I'm like, oh, and he doesn't. And those are the dudes that go crazy when they find out that their girl is cheating on them. You know what I'm saying? Because he couldn't even fathom it. In his brain, it's a situation that could never happen because he does this, he pays for that, and he treats her like that. And
Everything she said she wanted.
everything she said she wanted, but yet she goes for everything she never mentioned.
What if you found out?
Stop looking at me. I'm in a relationship. A
y'all both
monogamous
are.
one, you know what I'm saying?
That's two.
Yeah, we in relationships,
But we're not exempt from it though.
Exactly.
And also,
I don't trust. Listen, all right, listen.
Say
I'll
it,
be honest
say
with you.
it, say it.
I don't trust my girl. I love her to death. I love her to death.
Yeah.
But I don't put shit past any woman. I don't care how much you show me you love me. I don't care how much
I
you
don't
do
think
for
we
me.
can air this now.
I see. Yo, my thing is this.
cut that part out.
Like Rome said, I know for a fact
Yeah.
I am not exempt by any means necessary by any woman, no matter what I do.
Anybody can get it, even Rico Hundo.
Exactly.
I always feel like there's different types of men and there's different types of women, right? And also the men that have done this, we haven't come out unscathed. Like we don't trust the people we're with going further because of our actions. Like that's always in the back of my mind of how she could do me dirty, how I did that man's wife dirty 20 years ago. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like that boogeyman that's always in the back of your head. So it's kind of like I created this trauma and now I'm always trying to make sure I'm a better person so it doesn't happen to me. But also, you got to understand, like, again, there's two different types of men. The men that'll put hands on women for that. But then the other type of man would be like, that's the game. That's the part of the game.
Yep.
So then some of those men that are saying that's part of the game, they don't really ever get too close to that woman. And I'm talking about you could live with this woman. You could have a baby by this woman. You could have babies by this woman. But in the back of your head, that shit could go and in the back of your head, you're prepared for that.
But it's only, again, this is an elite
trauma and drama. Yes.
I don't really think
it's not right. It's not right.
Here's the thing. I don't even want to call it trauma, right? It's like if you've been in the streets, right? Let's say you've been in the streets and you caught a body, right? this is a bad example, but if you've been in the streets and you caught a body, you know that the reality of it is somebody could catch you too. And it's not nothing about trauma. It's about knowing reality.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of people be in fairy tales and relationships thinking that they're exempt from being cheated and they could do 1,001 different things from being cheated on. But the reality is anybody can do anything. You're in control of nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, what ends up happening is the elite knows that there's other elites and there's growing elites and there's going to be elites that are better than me. And
Word.
if my girl walks across this elite, it might not happen right then and there.
Mm-mm.
But that elite is elite and he's going to find a way. So it's not saying that I'm traumatized. It's just that I understand that there's going to be people. Yeah, there's going to be people who are going to do it. You could have been somebody who, and it's not karma, because there's a guy who's never cheated on a girl ever, and he's splurging on his girl, and his girl is sucking somebody else. Right? That's not karma for him. It's just the simple fact that the elite men are elite men, and it doesn't matter about what you do. They really can't be stopped. You just gotta hope that they don't run across
Word.
your chick, like, or they don't want her. You know, like it just is what it is. There's a guy right now, Amanda, who you will look at. There's a guy right now who you will look at, and you'll be like, I would never give him the time of day. And that man knows every single thing about you to make you fall in love with him. And it's simply just his desire that is stopping you from loving that man. That's how good some men are. Few, not even some. Very few.
Master manipulator.
Yeah. It's like master of disguise.
I be liking those.
Got you.
Because, you know,
Didn't even meet him yet. Got you.
the men that snap are the ones that have fully invested, and not just emotionally, but literally,
Mm-hmm.
financially, spiritually. Like, they gave that woman their all. That's why when they find out that that woman cheats, they break, because it's like, I didn't just give you a piece of me. I didn't give you 80% of me. I have nothing left after you. I have nothing left after you, and you decided to go and do that, and it pushes a man to a point where he breaks and he snaps. Now, I'm not saying domestic violence is the way to resort to. I'm just saying that what happens is that person literally snaps because of how much that they're in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you worked a job for 20 years and you put your entire life savings, your 401k, every single thing that you had into one stock, and then you wake up one day and that stock is gone. You are going to lose your shit, right?
Yeah.
And that's what happens to those men. And so again, I would recommend, yes, leaving. Don't revisit. And a lot of times, and even in business, it's hard to stop funding something that you believe in, even when it's failing. And that's what those men typically do. They're just going to be like, I don't want to start over. Starting over is scary for most. And they're just going to keep on dumping in and trying to fix something that is already broken and that can't be fixed. So I would say, yes, you need to leave if that's that situation. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you've been paying 50-50, bro, you can afford a couple L's. Like you can afford a couple L's if you've been paying 50-50. You haven't all the way invested. You feel me? I mean, that's just my opinion. You know, so if you were my advice, I would say go 50-50 and save yourself just in case it do happen.
So the fully investment depends on money?
Well, it's for a man, yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you why. For a man to say I'm gonna give you everything I have, he's not gonna do it in one area. If I'm gonna give you all the money I have, which 9 times out of 10, making a lot of money requires a lot of time, right? So I'm invested all my time to make this money to give it to you. And then the free time that I have, I gave it to you. So whether I'm giving you my work time and my free time, I'm giving you everything.